Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dice and Pixels, what I'm going to call the next generation, because we've been off the air for, 6 years?
Next generation?
Yeah.
We're the same people. It's
It's
not next generation. Yep. That would be if, like, our kids... Actually, you know what? Our kids actually are old enough now to... I don't know. Don't you have, like, a 30-year-old daughter or something now?
What the fuck? How old do you think I am?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track of anything.
I am Q-Ball, and that is Puck on the other side of that mic over there. For those of you unfamiliar with our podcast...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're familiar or not.
Yep.
It's all nonsense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why even listen?
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they've probably already... If they've downloaded it and then fucked off, I think it still counts, doesn't it? That we still get a download for that?
All we need to technically do is get, like, the first 7 seconds right, and... which we didn't do, so...
Oh, there you go. Well, no, it's been about 7... I don't know. It's been something.
Did you know the last episode of our show was, I think it was 2020 or 2021, when we did that
Really?
one rogue Christmas episode and then just couldn't do any more?
Yeah, no, we definitely should re-upload them somewhere.
I'm going to put them anywhere that's free. So,
That's true.
So we're apparently a gaming podcast.
Sort of. More or less.
As a quick aside, what have you been up to in the last 5 years? Because I haven't actually had the chance to talk to you that much.
As in, like, gaming.
Oh, gaming,
real
life, all of those random things.
Life is life. Jesus.
Middle-aged people are so boring, aren't we?
I know. My garden is, like, 40 times bigger than it used to be. Turns out, like, at the moment, I have this jalapeno bush that is outputting fucking 30, 40 jalapenos a week. It is crazy. Oh, so good, though.
Okay, so, sorry. Another cat has snuck into the studio.
What? Oh, yeah. How many cats do you have?
How are you getting in here? I have 3.
Like 11? 3?
Jesus, so I'm a man who has 11 cats and a 30-year-old daughter.
Yeah, no, I look, not much. Not much. It's been a quiet few years, actually, which is, not necessarily a bad thing. It was a very not quiet few years before that.
That was madness. Best to be forgotten.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what something crazy? When we last did the podcast, AI in its current form wasn't even a thing. ChatGPT wasn't even out.
No, I remember that. I do remember you doing an AI or some kind of episode without me.
No, it's when I used the soundboard. That was not AI. That was just recordings of you. That was because you got a new job and we could never tee up a time to do a podcast.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, speaking of AI, I've been using AI a lot in terms of, like, stuff to do with playing D&D.
AI is an interesting creature in that I got very into it and very excited because of obviously what I work in, but I burned out very quickly especially when I realized for practical use how terrible it can be. Actually, no, I have a brilliant example. I'd read something online that was just this little Reddit post, right? That someone had posted. It was a conversation between people who had worked in customer service and things they had said wrong. Now, one of the things I saw was this quote, which I'll read out to you. This is a lady that's posted, when I was a waitress, someone asked me what the dessert options were, and I meant to say chocolate fudge cake, but instead said fucklet chodge cake. I then lost the link, and I had someone I wanted to send it to. So I said, you know what I'll do? I will Google the words fucklet chodge cake, because surely there's nothing else that will show up when I search for that. Google's AI overview has immediately confidently spit out to me, fucklet chodge cake is a 7A+ French grade sport climbing route located in Gunnes, Sweden.
I mean, is it though? Like, it could be.
There is no location on this planet called fucklet chodge cake.
Aw.
So
yeah, I don't know if you have you played Where Winds Meet?
No.
They so that's immensely popular game. It's a like an Eastern RPG. So
Okay.
think like Black Desert Online kind of thing. At uh, the way they use AI is fascinating. So you don't have to engage with the AI that's in it at all,
Mm.
right? But every single NPC, you have an option to essentially like engage with it on an AI level, and then you can just talk to it like you talk to like ChatGPT, and then you've got like an like an AI personality of this NPC talking back. It's monstrously huge, and it looks incredible. And for a free game, it's nuts, and it's crossplay on I think pretty much
I'm
everything.
I'm surprised because one of the things that has been happening in gaming is a very big anti-AI movement, especially when it comes to assets like artwork and stuff. So I know for a fact that Expedition 33,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
They like raked in a whole stack of awards, and they basically won all of these awards. And I
They
was
won all of them, didn't they?
no, they
The
won
Game
all.
of the
They
Year
won pretty
awards.
much all of them. But I think it was the Indie Game Awards. So there was another one. They got that award stripped off them because it came out that they used AI to generate images for the game, but they weren't used in the game. They were
I
pre-production
think
test
I
textures.
think I heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and because they'd used
yeah.
it at all, they just went, "Nah, you're disqualified for it."
And the well, I mean, like the way that the way that Warewind's Media using it though is not to generate assets. It's to generate, like dynamic dialogue, which is actually kind of cool. And there's quests in it where you have to actually talk to the NPCs and convince them to do things. Like you have to try and persuade them, literally in like voice. Yeah, which is cool. And you don't have to. Like there's the normal ones where you just select like a particular dialogue option or whatever. When you create a character, one of the things you can do is record yourself talking, and then it will have a crack at creating you as a character. I saw one that Barjo was streaming and playing it, and just recorded himself talking, and it came out with just the most munted like character.
He would have
Because
enjoyed
it's one
that
of
though.
those.
He loves creating munted
Yeah, yeah,
characters.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can pretty much create anything. Worth worth a look at. It looks incredible. Like it almost doesn't make any sense.
Is this your reviewed game for this week, or is this just a side note, a merry little trot
Uh,
down?
I'd say on a side note, because to be honest, I actually don't really play it that much. Um, uh,
I
I
love that
have played it.
you've given this sort of a glowing review of a game that you haven't really played.
No, no. Look, yeah, I've played a bit, but I know people who have played it a lot, and I've had a bit of a poke around, but I've got limited time. I've been recently sucked into Crimson Desert. So you can get mounts. So like if horses or you know, well, you can actually end up getting a dragon mount apparently, and a bear mount, and all sorts of things, right? But they all have names. All the horses have names. There's dogs and cats that you can um, build trust with. So if you go and interact with them, give them a pat, it basically gives you 5 trust points. And when you get to 100 trust points, you can essentially recruit them into your party as like a companion. Right?
Is there a maximum?
Not that I can see.
Oh,
Um,
that's fantastic.
Storyline of the game is a bit dry, to be honest. But what I've found is a lot more fun is to just wander off, like very ADHD style, right? So I'll just go and wander off. Like I climbed a mountain at one point, and I stumbled across this university research thing. Like it was like like an old Greek university looking thing. And it was staffed almost entirely by trolls who were apparently studying some other dimension. I'm like, that's
That's
fucking cool.
that's cool. That's some good.
The map is insanely huge, absolutely massive, and every single thing that you can see, you can travel to.
The vibes that I got from the videos that I've seen of it, right, was kind of like a cross between. I don't know if you've played this because I can't remember if you have a Switch. Um, Breath of the Wild, that's what I'm thinking of, and then the other one. But yeah, a bit of that mixed with like a bit of maybe The Witcher 3.
Think so. The best way that I've seen Crimson Desert described is it's like a whole bunch of game developers got around a table and started pitching ideas, and not one single idea was said no to.
That's interesting.
So when you start playing it, it seems like it's a, like an old medieval style thing, right? And then very early on in the game, you like basically end up engaging with a homeless dude. I was going to say no spoilers, but I can't give any spoilers because I don't fucking know anything yet. But he's like I don't know, a wizard or something that like seems to it kind of like a the Watcher in Marvel
yeah.
comics, kind of like that. So he's in like this dimension that sort of sits in the middle of all these other realities, and apparently your reality is, I don't know, something's happening to it. And then some crow chick just turned up and started giving me letters telling me to do stuff. And then I wandered into this village. It's full of children, but I don't think they're children. Like there's like a fae kind of.
Hang on a sec.
Thing
I
going
have
on.
I have a vivid memory of a D&D campaign I played with you where there was like this area that they wandered into. It was all children, but they weren't children. They were like lost demon souls or some otherwise haunted shit.
But anyway, this is like the first day of playing this fucking game. Yeah, it is it's a little bit expensive. So
everything like is now though.
Yeah, well, not everything.
Well,
sometimes like
the base price of most AAA games is now $120 to $130.
Yeah, I think this one was about 120. I think. Very first time I played it, Annika, for those who don't know, that's my wife, was sitting next to me watching me play it, and I decided to go wandering off because I saw a flock of goats or whatever a group of goats is.
I'm pretty sure it's a herd, not a flock, unless goats can fly.
A
herd.
Nope, it's not a fight club.
A fight club of goats.
You know what? Fuck it. From now on, that's canon. It's a fight club of goats. Okay. I like that more.
Sweet. Okay, we have.
Yeah. So I was in this village, doing the usual thing of like, I need you to go and pick up like a flower for me because I don't know why. Like,
normal NPC
reason.
quests. Normal
NPC
quest, yeah.
shit. I saw like a fight club of little baby goats running around and like headbutting each other, and I'm like, oh, it's adorable. And so I approached them, and they all ran up a mountain. So I followed them up a mountain, and ended up a mountain, and it had this like series of waterfalls, like coming down. When I saw it, first thing I said was, like you see a waterfall, and you're like, there's got to be a secret door behind that.
Yeah, exactly. I need to look at that. Yeah,
because you grow up watching movies from the 80s and 90s, like it's like there's a secret door behind that. So anyway, no. And what's great about this game, it doesn't sugarcoat anything. So if you go and try and go through a waterfall, think about what would happen to you in real life. A waterfall would fuck you up. Bear in mind, I'm in full plate armor.
So you just got drowned immediately. Weighed down under the water.
The noises as he fell down each of like the levels. I went down like 5 of them before I managed to swim out. Annika fucking wet herself, like watching me, because it was like, ka-clunk. And then I climbed out, and a group of bandits tried to rob me. So, I mean, this like, yeah. And then I wandered back into town and worked out that I could like climb up on top of buildings and whatnot. Similar to what's it called, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Except again, if you're in full plate armor and you're trying to climb up, the number of times I was thinking, oh, it's going to be like Assassin's Creed. He'll like do a running thing and then like climb up whatever. No. He'll slip. He'll slip and like then end up going like arse over tit down the side of a building in full plate armor. This was the starting area.
Oh my God.
This isn't even like, yeah, like it wasn't like later on. I was looking on the map because you can't see anything on the map. It's all as fog of war type stuff. Yeah. And I have like if you zoom out to the full map, I've been playing it for a couple of weeks now, and I think I've maybe unlocked the equivalent of like a 5 cent piece of the map. And I haven't ventured too far from the starting area, because every time I do, um, well, I end up fighting with a waterfall, or
or getting mugged.
yeah, or like at one point you like pretty early on you get this ability to essentially uh well, they call it flight. It's not flight. It's like gliding. So if you jump off
Yeah.
a mountain or
A
whatever,
lot of games have that.
in this other dimensiony thing you can go to, basically it's like these kind of like islands in the sky. And I saw someone on TikTok somewhere who like gave the hint of like what you can do is go up onto these islands and you gradually unlock more of it. And you can then basically jump off the side and then glide down as a way to not fast travel exactly, but a quicker way to get places. Yeah, so I did that, and and again, Annika was sitting next to me, and I was like, oh, there's like a castle-y thing over there. And she was like, are you sure they're friendly? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I haven't done anything to them. They were not friendly. They did not like someone gliding down and landing in the middle of their like courtyard. And and they fucked me up.
That's that game is absolutely on my list of stuff.
Oh, it's a fantastic game.
Well, so as not to spoil anything for anyone that could be interested in playing that. What was our Oh my god, what was our ranking system? We had a ranking system.
Nap hugs, of course.
Nap hugs. Oh, nap hugs. How many nap hugs out of whatever the maximum quantity of nap hugs that we assigned as the maximum would you give it?
So, okay, to sort of break it down into sort of like, like in terms of like visuals and gameplay and stuff, like the visuals are phenomenal. It looks fantastic. So that's, 5 out of 5 nap hugs.
Okay.
Gameplay wise, it's quite realistic in how like your character moves around. But it feels slightly sluggish sometimes.
Okay.
Just in how he moves.
Just like heavy.
Which is mildly annoying.
In how he
moves.
And
I'm not a fan. But but it's fine. So that'd be, maybe 4 out of 5. And in fairness, the developers are listening. A whole bunch of people are complaining because every single weapon that you get, every single shield, everything is always visible, right? And a lot of people complained about that. They've already fixed it. They've already patched it and added options to like hide. Because one of the annoying things, the suit of armor I was wearing, it was like a full helmet thing, right? And when you've got the full helmet on, it's like he sounds like the Mandalorian. Like he sounds like he's wearing a full helmet. Oh, God, why can't you hide the fucking helmet? Yeah. By the way, you can in this game, there's very little that you can't do. There's kids running around. You can spear tackle one of the little fucks straight to the ground. Well, no, there's a group of little fucks who wander around. They're there's all these like little mini games everywhere. So no, one of them is that you play rock paper scissors with them. Except the little pricks cheat. So I caught one cheating, and he like ran off. So I spear tackled him into the ground, and I'm the bad guy. And one of the other mini games is this weird. It's like it's sort of like poker. It's very odd. It during one of these games, it popped up, and I can't remember what it said exactly, but it was like accuse your opponent of cheating. And I'm like, okay. So I hit it, and these 2 bouncers came out of nowhere, grabbed this guy who started like sobbing, and then they smashed his fucking hand with a hammer.
Holy
And I'm like, God damn it. Does that mean, can you fucking accuse me of cheating? Like, holy shit. Like, I'm just finding more and more. I found some armor for my dog. So
I did read you could get
I got a floppy-eared bulldog who's in armor with a bow and arrow. He can't use it. He tries. Well, but
he tries.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the original point from like 20 minutes ago. The weird thing is the horses all have names, but the dogs and cats don't.
Yeah, but you can name them secretly.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the types of cats is literally called fat cat. So I mean, it is pretty chonky. Um,
Well,
but you can get armor and stuff for them too.
that game is on my list of next games. I've got a bit of backlog because, as you know, I had more issues with my own health issues playing games and watching anything, and not throwing up when there wasn't movement on a screen near me, for several years. So I kind of had to decide between doing work and doing any kind of recreational gaming or computer use, which sucked a bit. However, after 14 years, somebody finally prescribed me a medication which nearly fixes it. And it's good because now all of the games that were really popular and all the indie ones that I had bookmarked, they're all cheap because they're like 3 or 4 years old and they don't think they're going to sell anymore. So I've got a couple indie games on my list here that I will review, but I'm going to give an honorable mention to a AAA game, which is the one I mentioned before, which is Expedition 33. It's so weirdly unusual. It's like a French JRPG, like a French Japanese RPG is how I would describe it.
Yeah, and then have you come across some of the stranger like remains like the of the past expedition?
Yes, I've read a few logs and stuff so far.
Have you come across the naked ones yet?
No, I don't think so.
There was one of the expeditions that they went like full Spartan. So
Okay.
they decided that their best bet was to go fully nude for the whole expedition. I mean, they didn't survive.
No, that's. Oh.
But have you
don't
finished
tell me.
it? Like,
No. I'm only up to the. I will just call him the big fat flying guy.
Oh wow, that's really early.
Yeah. I've only had it for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And I can only really play maybe half hour a night, but yeah, loving it. That's not one of the games I'm reviewing, but I love it and stuff like that. What I did find, and I did dig up because I went, okay, we're doing the podcast. The whole kind of original vibe of the podcast was to draw attention to indie games that may otherwise go unnoticed. And sometimes you get gems, which we found, and sometimes you find the youth drainers.
My God.
New listeners, go back and listen to the old episodes.
Holy shit. I forgot about youth trainers. Oh my God.
I'm glad to bring how terrible that game was back into your memory.
Jesus. I forgot. Oh yeah.
Legitimately like one of the worst things I've ever played.
That was, yeah.
So I picked up a couple weird oddity games.
Aggressively bad.
Which it was visceral in how terrible it was.
Yeah.
But I picked up a couple because I've been doing a lot of competition photography in a group for Liminal photography.
Cool. I'll have to check. Have you played Blueprints?
What?
Blueprints, as in blue, and then like prince, like royal prince.
No.
But it's even though it's spelt like that, it's meant to be like blueprints, like building blueprints. Yeah. But you rock up at a house, and when you go into each room, you get a random selection of rooms to build. And the aim of the game, and it's a roguelike construction game, I guess, sort of.
Sounds like a 3D Dungetress.
Yeah, and when you go into each room, it uses a certain amount of like energy, and then certain rooms that you go into might give you energy. Like if you build a kitchen and go into the kitchen, then there might be some food in there. It might be some food, not definitely, but there might be some food that might give you more stamina or energy. Other rooms you go into might give you items, for example. Really cool game, and it would be in that sort of feel. It kind of feels a little bit like if you ever played something like Edith Finch.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
Yeah. Now, what was I reviewing? Damn, hang on, you sidetracked me. You
Liminal something.
Yeah, Liminal thing. So
get there.
I picked up a couple games. One of them I played a couple months ago, and one of them I played this week because I grabbed it to do a specific review. Now the first one I'll go through because it's real quick. Which is the one I picked up this week. Is called Liminal Exit, and it was about $4. And I went, it's $4. Sure, why not? Okay, the idea is you basically go into this hotel thing, right? And you climb into this elevator, which has initially, it's got like 3 floors, but initially only the ground floor and the third floor are lit. And there's this creepy little monitor behind you that sort of give you hints on what to do. But it's essentially a game of, it's nearly a spot the difference game in 3D form. So you go to the third floor, right?
Okay.
You go out, you walk through it once, and it's a very short floor, and it's literally, it looks like there's a swimming pool and like some ladders to climb down into a pool. It's like a kind of creepy public pool area that's deserted. Then you go back into the elevator, get in, and it goes, okay, each time you go to this room, report an anomaly. And an anomaly is something that has moved, shouldn't be there, or is otherwise creepy or weird about it. Something has changed. If you see one, press the number of the floor that you're on. If you don't see one, press the ground floor. So it's kind of like a, yes, I saw one, no, I didn't.
Okay.
And you do that, and then you'll come out of the elevator and you'll be in exactly the same like floor. And sometimes it's slightly different. Sometimes it's obviously different. Sometimes it hasn't changed at all. And each time you get it right, whether you figure out if it was correct or not, and each floor is really creepy, and the anomaly things can be quite freaky. Each time you get the selection right, whether it was different or if it was the same, you will progress, and it kind of counts down a number. And if you do it, I think 6 times, you then are able to go to the next floor, which is the second floor. And that was this creepy like playroom thing that is just embedded into my nightmares. But the graphics are, I think it's got to be Unreal Engine 5, and they are disturbingly close to photorealistic.
What's this called again?
Liminal Exit. The first time I played it, when I went through the room, I went, this room hasn't changed like 5 times in a row. Is the game broken? Is this it? But no, there's 3 floors you work through, and if you figure it out and get them right a certain amount of time and spot certain things, you will get a certain ending. I don't know how many endings there are. I think I did a first playthrough, maybe 25, 30 minutes, but it said you got the ending. I was like, oh, it must be like Stanley Parable where you have all of these different endings. I don't know how many there are. But for a little $5 game, like there was some, I think the developers might be Russian or something. I didn't check.
Little Red Dread.
But there's there's a couple bits of bizarre, not quite English, AI translated English written on walls and on signs and stuff. But aside from that, it's an intriguing little puzzle. I'm not entirely sure what I would score it, because
it doesn't really look like a game.
It is, but it's not a game in the sense of most games you would play. It's an unsettling series of rooms and points awarded and different paths and endings you get. Comparing it to the Stanley Parable is not fair, because Stanley Parable was still one of the best things to have ever been created. But
yeah.
So there was that one. Maybe 2.5 out of 5 overall, because there's no story. Graphics are realistic. The other one,
it seems more like an experience kind of thing.
Yeah, that's how I'd probably say it. It's a gamified experience.
Yeah, did you ever play Keeper?
Yeah.
That's another one that it's like, yeah, sure, there's game-like elements in it, but really, it's an experience.
Yeah, and all you're
kind of
walking through it. You're not really interacting with anything or doing anything.
Yeah, and then there's those little, bits and pieces where like you gotta, zip around as a little boat, whatever. Sure, but ultimately, yeah, it's an experience thing.
The other one that I'm reviewing, I played a couple months ago, and it's an slightly older game. Now it's called Superliminal. Now this is definitely a game, and if you like
this one,
if you liked Portal, you will love this game. So Superliminal, you're in this facility which is essentially run by a scientist, and I played it a couple months ago now, so there's a couple elements that are not quite fresh in my memory. But the facility is basically set up to do I think dream studies or something like that. And as you walk through it, there are all these puzzles which relate to visual perception. So I'll give you an example. You might look down at a chess table, right? And there's a chess piece on it. And so you pick it up, and then you look up, and the chess piece is the same size in your field of view from when you picked it up. But if you're looking at a hallway, it will drop the chess piece when you let go at the end of the hallway, and it'll be like a 2-meter tall fucking massive chess piece.
So it's all like optical illusions and stuff.
And the puzzles
That's cool.
are a real mind bender. I applaud the devs for actually how they developed it, because there's stuff in them like, I don't even know how you did this in this engine. There's things like you will pick up like not a postcard, like an image or a shadow, and then overlay it, and then it will be a real door after that, but it wasn't beforehand. And you move around to look at things on a certain angle that are just like drawings on a wall, but as soon as you get on the right angle, they're all like solid objects in the room. And very, very interesting, very, very cool puzzly game. A lot of the puzzles they're not quite to the level of I really got stumped, like with some of the ones in Portal 2. There are a couple things in Portal 2 I was like, how the fuck am I going to get up there? But these ones, once you understand the concepts of how it works, it's really cool. I highly recommend that one.
Looks like it's on console as well.
For visuals, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5, because while you could technically build better graphics into a game, they would serve no purpose in a game like that.
Oh, I don't know. Imagine if it was like similar graphics to like pools. That would be cool.
It would be cool, but it wouldn't add anything to the gameplay. Visuals, you had gameplay. I'm gonna have a 5 out of 5 gameplay. Loved it. Couple frustrating bits, but yeah.
Was it community engagement?
Community engagement, have not looked into it. Did not check, because of the type of game it was, because it's not a large evolving game with lots of players doing different things. Community engagement would be very much centered around, is there a bug, let's fix it kind of thing, or new content.
Okay.
There is a world and level creator built into it where you can create your own illusion puzzles. But I'm not sure it's fully up and running yet, because I couldn't find any others to kind of play around with.
If you go to by the way, if you go to Game Rant, if you go to Game Rant's like Game Rant's website for Crimson Desert, there's like an official trailer. Don't play it. Just look at the screenshot. Tell me that doesn't look like the main character's doing a shit.
Game Rant is a large site.
Okay, gamerant.com/db/video-game/crimson-desert.
No, you've already lost me. This has already gotten too complex.
Well, I don't have any of. Well, okay, fine. You know what? I'll send you another boomer screenshot and just take a photo of my monitor. There you go. You can see the main character taking a shit. But
he's just planning.
Yeah.
No, he's just crouched. Haven't you ever just crouched? Yeah. Like, you go to a restaurant
on a toilet. Yeah. No, I just scrolled down, and apparently they're releasing more content for Crimson Desert. Fucking hell.
That doesn't surprise me. They're going to be working on that for a bit. Like you said, the developers sound like they're switched on and like to interact with people.
Well, it's a single player game, which I actually didn't realize, because I was like, oh, I thought it was an MMO. They've just announced multiplayer. So, but the thing is, when you play it, I think it was developed as one, because even the main character is, and it's like they haven't really tried, because his name's Cliff, and they've got fuck it, Cliff. I don't know, fantasy. Make it more fantasy. Cliff with a K. There you go. Done. And he's very generic. He's not interesting.
I saw that there was a mod for it that gives you a fully fledged character creator.
On PC.
On PC? Yeah, well, I'm playing it on PC.
Yeah.
I'm playing it on PC.
I'm playing it on Xbox. But
that makes me sad.
Nah, not me. Well,
they're all Xbox is a PC anyway, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know. Well, speaking of news, you've heard what's happening with Steam, right?
Mate? What?
No, it was just a rumor. Yeah, it was meant to be like a big thing.
Who was it? Who was it allegedly selling to? This alleged sale.
Microsoft.
Oh wow! I would have immediately just erased my entire Steam library. Okay, you need to understand.
That would have made Steam and Xbox everything all combined in one. That would have been fucking incredible. Because the Steam box is shit.
No, it's
Steam
not.
Deck, whatever it's called. Yes, it is. It's garbage.
No. Scott, call in. I know you're listening.
No.
Scott,
Steam
call
Deck
in right
is
now.
garbage, and anyone who plays us with a Steam Deck is a piece of shit. Like,
Wow. That great thing to say on a gaming podcast. Alienate an entire chunk of the audience. No, that's terrible. Okay. I will
Fool's joke.
I will speak to this from the point of view of someone who now works day to day, in fact all day, in the guts of Microsoft and their admin system. Microsoft is the worst company since when things started to go like really bad in the Roman Empire. Yeah, that's the daily experience with Microsoft. I would rather run BOS on a calculator than touch anything to do with Windows these days. It's just it makes me angry and want to break things.
Well, no, I was going to say, so have you seen the new Fable coming out? Speaking of Microsoft.
I saw it 3 years ago when they released the first teaser.
Yeah, it's getting closer.
Is it? Is it really?
I'm just having a look. You know who the number one designer is listed as? Holy shit. Peter Molyneux.
What?
That is a name.
Wow, they must have thawed him out from wherever he went.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. It's black and white, remember that? Well, just on a completely separate note, because why not? Have you did you ever play Still Wakes the Deep?
Yes, great game.
Great game. Did you know that there's a TV series that is very similar to Still Wakes the Deep?
Yes, it's on Amazon Prime and it's called
The Rig. It's fucking great. I stumbled across it and I started watching it and I'm like, I'm sure that I've played this game.
We should wrap up because we are waffling and we need to push some stuff over to next week. So,
well, maybe each week we should like try and like have a theme. Like I don't know, do like scary games one week or something, or like another one for like, pottery that wants to attack each other and
yeah, I've got a game for that. Cool. Let's do that category.
Is it Kiln? Because that's my game.
Kiln, yeah, okay.
Have you seen that one?
I have not played. I have not played.
I don't know what's going on.
Not make
Kiln,
that.
But it looks like it's like a one of those games where like the characters just beat the shit out of each other, like a beat 'em up type, mini party game type game, right? But the funny thing is I'm looking at the PS, like at the PlayStation shop screen for it at the moment, and it's PG, because it's got scary scenes and mild nudity. But it's pottery. What the fuck?
I mean, you look at the movie Ghost, and I suppose
she didn't put a dick. She didn't put a dick on the pot, like
implying that in Kiln, that people are putting dicks on pots.
Almost certainly. What about psychological stuff?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So is that it? We're finishing. All right. Cool. So if everyone else hasn't fucked off already, we're gonna fuck off.
Cool. No, I think that's it. So till next week, everyone.
Do the thing.
We don't do a thing at the end. We just say GG. So GG.
Oh yeah, GG.